Hello. Welcome to the Temple of Sage. This is episode 2. Um in the last episode I said today or in this episode I would talk about um the relationship that shaped me in a way. Um and maybe my relationship patterns. We'll see through this dialogue, this channeled dialogue. Um, Maybe we'll uncover that of my relationship dynamics. Um, so yeah, so the relationship that I saw growing up. Um, my parents were young when they had me. They were young when they got together. Um, and they were together for a very, very long time. And their relationship was very tumultuous, I would say. That was my experience of it. But it was also beautiful in a lot of ways. Um, but it wasn't all rainbows. It was it was a lot. Um, but also my from what I heard, my grandparents, it was also a lot. At least my maternal grandparents. Um, yeah. And then I guess also my paternal grandparents to a certain extent. But that side, it was a lot more trauma as far as like deaths and yeah. Yeah. Yeah, diving back into that, um I remember there's one memory, one specific memory that I have. Um that was traumatizing at the time. Um, and it was just on like how glued together my parents felt. And I didn't like it because it felt like they weren't good for each other sometimes. Like sometimes it would get toxic and um a little violent. Yeah, just a little violent. Um and it was like they couldn't stay away from each other. Like literally what I remember one specific I guess I'll go into a little detail. But it was like they were in the middle of trying to break up. And then um I just remember yeah, I'm not gonna go into detail. It wasn't like super like it wasn't them harming each other. It was actually one of them harming themselves. Um and I just don't even wanna go into too much. Um detail. I guess I'll leave it nuanced. 'Cause I really could tell it, but then it's like, um, I don't know. Like maybe I'll leave it up for interpretation, which that can be fucking wild. How that could be interpreted, but it wasn't that crazy. But it led me to like not want to be attached to the wrong person. Like I felt like I felt like one day I would fall in completely the way that they did. Um, and I just wanted to be with the right person because I didn't want to do it with the wrong person and then I'd be stuck and feeling like I'm drowning in a relationship that I cannot untether myself from because I've already chosen it. So, um, as they went throughout their relationship, it was almost like I was playing, um, like antagonist to a certain extent because me personally, I didn't want them together. Um, and it's crazy because you hear most kids that want their parents together all the time. I didn't. I didn't like it. I just didn't like the dynamic. Like I love both of them and I actually had a great childhood and I had a great upbringing, minus some caveats. But for the most part, yeah, it was like, yeah, it was not ideal. And I felt like I had to deal with the residual damage of that, or the burden, or like having to pick up the pieces all of the time. And I did not want to do it. Um, yeah, I'm trying to be as honest with myself as possible in this. Like, I wasn't expecting a lot of this to come up, and like, I'm trying to speak my truth, but at the same time, I'm trying to defend the situation and make it like a little bit more lighter than what I would think it is. And then I'm also trying not to make it as um dark as I don't know, like as I could because it wasn't. Oh my god, I'm trying to stay as neutral as possible. Um, because it could have been way worse, and it wasn't even that bad. Every time I say that, I just like get like a flash of like a moment where it was like this shit is just ridiculous. But yeah, they had a tumultuous relationship, and yeah, I had to endure it most of the time. I had to be the mediator. I was in the middle of it a lot of times, and that kind of affected my relationship with intimacy and getting close to people. More so, like I would say friends too, but also in a romantic sense. Like it was like I had the most walls. I still do today. It's like so many walls and so many trap doors and so many like acrobatic shit you have to do to get inside. It's actually ridiculous because at the same time it's like I kind of like I feel like I'm a lover where I always want that relationship or like I'm like so like into the romance and like romance movies like that's my shit. Like the only movies that I really watch are like romantic comedies or like rom-coms and like fantasy too, but yeah, that's like the most of what I watch. It's what I loved. Like always like growing up, that's my comfort. It was almost the opposite of what I was experiencing or witnessing. It was like I wanted to witness fairy tale. I wanted to witness love and lightness and like levity and like ease and like health like healthy relationships. Um, yeah, that's kind of what I yearned for and what I would seek out in like the internet and movies and stuff. And also like because I do create music too, that was always the project that I wanted to make. Like I always wanted to make very like deep um relationship music. Like that was always like my number one album that I wanted to make was like a romance album. But I knew I had to go through different stages and go through different like self-discovery. Like with my first project, um it's not out yet, but I have like 5. But the first one I kind of challenged myself to like focus on me because when I first started writing music, it was like I would play the victim stage, and it was a lot of like the stuff that I experienced or like witnessed with my any relationship around me really growing up because I never really was in like a serious relationship until like way later in life. But um so a lot of my music when I first started writing, it was like coming from this hurt place of like um I don't know, like I was just playing a victim and I was just like singing about all of this stuff that was like, why are you even singing about this? You have not even been in like a serious relationship. You have not gotten your heart broken. Like, why are you writing about this? And I did get my heart broken, and I did go through experiences like that, but it wasn't like in a romantic sense. It was just like normal relationships in my life. But yeah, with my first project, I wanted to challenge myself to write about me, and I wanted to dive into my psyche and learn me and kind of build me up and make that foundation. Like the first project, I had to make it about me, not relationships. And then when I got done with that one, the second one, that's when I allowed myself to make the project that was like about love and romance and relationships. And I was dating a lot at that time. And yeah, so this with the second album, I kind of allowed myself and gave myself that green light to go have fun, go date with um with the intention of making this project. So that was really fun. That was my favorite project. And I told you I got 5. So um that's it's still my favorite. Um It's not even about the songs that's on it. It's like the essence of it. It's just like a project just about romance. It's about love. It's about dating. It's about experiencing um different avenues. Yeah, and kind of having a roster because I that was like the first time I really had like a roster. But not the intention of just having a roster of people that I'm dating. It was more so like I want marriage. I've always wanted marriage and like a healthy relationship. So when I entered that era, it was like before I even wrote the album and I like when I first conceptualized it, it was like, okay, I just know when I write this album, I'm going to be in a serious relationship and I'm going to be able to write about it. And that's not what happened. Not at that time. At that time, it was like okay, I'm dating, I'm experiencing different people, I'm experiencing myself in different capacities. And I kind of just allowed myself to just go all in. And that was so fun. I really love that album. I can't wait for it to come out and I can't wait to do all of the like the cinematic stuff that I want to do with that world for that project specifically. I can't wait. It's going to be Chef's Kiss. All of them are, but that one specifically is going to be like my most fun um era. Like I have 5. So like 3 of them are very serious. Like the first one is like It's kind of introductory. It's fun in a way where it's like me exploring myself. So that's the fun part of it. The there's two more, like after the romantic one, the second project, um where I was still dating a lot and actually getting my heart broken and what going through different um scenarios and in relationships, and it just wasn't like it wasn't how I envisioned it to be. It was a lot of emotions, and that came out in the music. So and then the fifth project is I'm working on right now is very much like um just like the pinnacle of all of the experiences that I've been through within that time frame of like what is like 5 6 years. Um so yeah, it's like that culmination point of me becoming the person that I always wanted to be. So um yeah. um what else can I say before I wrap this up? um yeah, so on that note, I still want to get married. Um, I feel like right now I'm having like my Saturn return is starting, and yeah, it's in the house of marriage and relationships. So it's like, you know, within the next 2.5 3 years or so, I may be getting married. Um, I really hope so, but we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, in this process, this unfolding of this podcast specifically, I guess it'll be partly part of my preparation for marriage, but also for the listeners. I want to um kind of provide that experience and hopefully um yeah, curate that somehow in this and have it unfold in that way. Um, yeah, where we all can, reach that divine union at some point, um, find out who we are and who we need in partnership, and to, I don't know, kind of grow together in a way, maybe. Um, yeah, there's a lot of things I want to do, like with the Sage platform specifically. Um, so yeah, I really feel like I yeah, I want to dive into that area of work, and I want to be able to bring unions together, even if it's more than just two. If it's like more unconventional, being that my first relationship was a well, my first real relationship. Um, my first true relationship was a throuple. So I don't know, maybe yeah, we could do more, get creative with it, but all like wrapped up in love and the idea of divine union, rather that be like a soul group that is a um in divine union, or if it's just a couple. There's many ways to flip it, and many different ways that we can look at relationships, partnerships, dating. Yeah. So I think I want to dive into all of those nooks and crannies within this platform. Um, yeah, maybe we could shape something new and I don't know, create a different world. Or kind of highlight things that have been in the shadows and kind of make it more um seen as far as like um the relationships that we build in the world and how we water that garden of all of the connections that we have, you know, more than just a partnership with within marriage, or maybe that's your most important relationship and your most important partnership. Because sometimes we kind of judge people that are, I know me specifically, I judge people that are in marriage, in a partnership, and they step out or they have, they have other stuff going on. It's like, how can you not, you're married to somebody, how could you not channel everything into that relationship, into that person? Why are you looking elsewhere? It's like, if this is not what you want, end it so that you can put all of your eggs in the basket that is supposed to be yours, instead of being like, I don't know, dysfunctional or greedy, or like, I don't know, that it's still a very mind-boggling topic for me because I really don't get it. But at the same time, it's like, okay, maybe I do get it, but no, I really don't. So I'm very traditional, but then I'm not. So it's like, this is gonna be very interesting, like seeing this. Um, yeah, seeing this contradiction. um, yeah. So I guess that's all for this episode. I should wrap it up here. And maybe I'll go into the different nuances of relationships in the next episode and kind of get creative on what that could be. And yeah, explore those endless possibilities. So, thank you for tuning in. This is the Temple of Sage. Yeah, and I hope you tune in